Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Lab Techies. And hi, this side Suchana, and this is the first video of our playlist statistics for data science. And in the previous video, we already have talked about the roadmap of statistics, where we have covered all the topics. Means the overview of the topics I already have given. This means which are very relevant for data science. We are not going to cover the entire statistics. No, these are very vast, but we'll be covering all the statistics concept. Those are relevant for data science only, and not only in theoretical aspect, we'll be covering in mathematical intuitions also, as well as the code implementation in Python also we will be doing. So stay tuned and let's start our video. So in this first video, our topic is introduction of statistics. So in this first topic, first, we don't directly jump into statistics. What is statistics? No. First, we need to understand why statistics and why it is coming in data science. Why statistics it is here in data science. So, why statistics? So, let's talk about very easy real life example. So, I guess you are very familiar with Netflix. Okay, so in Netflix, have you ever thought that how Netflix is actually recommending some movies that you are actually going to like those movies? So means you actually going to like or going to watch those movies. So how it is recommending? Or Amazon, what Amazon is doing? Amazon is recommending some product, right? That product which you actually going to buy, or the movies you actually going to watch, those are recommending. Correct, those are recommending. Now how this is recommending? You will be saying it's actually creating my feed based on my accounts. Now how it is creating the feed? How it is like actually which logic it is actually giving? Are they giving some random guesses for you? No. For you, who is you? You, for them, for those companies, Netflix or Amazon, whenever you are creating one account, you as an entity, that entity is actually, the entity data is being stored, or first of all the data is collected. Now first thing, for you one entity, the data will be collected. Now where the data will be collected? You will be saying like, are you going to like write everything what you like, what you dislike? Have you ever given those data? No. Then how it is understanding your pattern? See, whenever you are using their applications, that time you are clicking some features. Correct. Now that features is actually, they are tracing all about your clicks. Those clicks are the data for you. Those clicks are the data, or the pages where you are staying, on which pages you are staying. Based on that, it is actually collecting some pattern. Now pattern of what? Pattern of your clicks, pattern of your behavior. Not only for movies, for products also. Means suppose you are buying some groceries, for the next 30 days you are buying the same groceries, so at the 31st day, okay, it will be suggesting the same grocery based on your habits. So based on your clicks, based on your purchasing, means based on the past data, based on past, based on past, it is actually predicting future. And this is what data science is. Now where statistics is working here, how statistics is coming here? Now past, what you are doing with the past data? Past data, in the past data, you are actually finding the pattern. What is a pattern inside the data? So pattern is basically what? The psychology of the data. The psychology behind the data. Psychology behind the data that you are finding, or not you manually, you are not doing, your machine is doing. So machine is finding that psychology, the pattern of you, means the past data. Now what is happening in the future? Machine is actually predicting something, right? What you will be doing, what is your next move? move? What will be your next move? So it's giving some what? Giving some decision, giving some decision. So decision making is performed. Now for this two task, for this purpose, what's the logic to understand the pattern? What is the logic even to make some decisions? Because one decision, it may happen, it may not happen. It's properly depending on you. It depends on you. Now how they are actually successful to give you the suggestions. So this is the logic to understand the data, to understand the pattern of the data, and even drawing some decisions for you. That both cases, in both cases, is actually what is used, that is all about your statistics. Because here the logic, the underlying logic for data science is statistics. So from this we can say 2 points. Statistics help us in two ways. One, to understand the data, and data in the sense, most specifically it is what? The past data. And secondly, to make some decision, make decision. Now that decision about what? About your next move, means about future. So this is why statistics is here in data science. Because data science means what? First of all, data science means what? Data science means dealing with data. Now what you are dealing? Data. Now that data you are giving to what? A model. Now this model is basically what? The machine. Now that machine is actually automatically, it will find the patterns and it will give some decisions for you. You are not doing, your machine is automatically doing. So you have to put those pattern logic, right? So that logic is nothing but the statistics. So that model is trained, model training is happened, like performed based on the data. Based on what data? Past data. Now that data is actually following any domain means it's very versatile. There is no such specification that it must be technical. No, it can be technical, it can be medical, it can be sports, finance, anything. So model will be trained based on the past data. So model training means what? Model training means understanding the pattern, understanding the pattern. Now that pattern is actually understand, obviously, by statistics. Because the logic is what? All the algorithms, even the machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, artificial intelligence, neural network algorithms, generative AI, everything, it's all about understanding the pattern about you, pattern about the entity or the data. So everywhere model is trained means some pattern is already being recognized by the machine with some statistical logic. Now, in data science, after model is being trained, after that, what will be happening? It will give you some decisions. It will make some classification. This is right. This is wrong. This is the movie you have to watch. This is you may dislike. These are all the products you may not buy. So these are all the decisions is actually taking by the machine. So after this model training, whenever this model will be deployed for testing purpose, so for model, when it will be testing, in the testing purpose, it will give some, it will make some decisions about the future data, means all the data which are not in their databases. So based on that, it will give some decisions. So this is all about your data science goal. Now that data science goal is actually performed by statistical logic. So, what is statistics then? I guess it is very clear why you are using statistics in data science. Now, what is statistics then? So, statistics is the science of collecting the data. After collecting, then what will be doing? Arranging that, right? Organizing. After organize, then analyzing, analyze and interpret. Interpret. Interpreting what? Interpreting the data. So this is a science is used in data science. Now, in two ways we are using, right? For understanding the pattern and to make some decisions. Now, whenever we are putting some logic that my machine will give some decisions about the user, right? So to give some decisions, what do you think, like how your machine is like that much confident to give some decisions, like it will be happening 100% correct, 100% sure? So how this machine is getting some surety about giving some decisions? So it's not actually 100% sure, right? So it's basically what making decisions is always leads with what? Uncertainty. Uncertain, it is uncertain, because the confidence also you are putting for your machine means your machine confidently will give some decisions is based on some uncertainty actually, because it's not always 100%. The prediction may be right, may be wrong. Now that uncertain, from this uncertainty, what comes the logic is probability, where chances is there, where the chances is there, probability is there. So with this application of statistics, based on these two types of application, we can classify statistics in two ways. In two ways. So if we're going to talk about the understanding the past data, understanding the pattern or about the data, understanding the data or the past data, in data science it's actually called the data analysis, right? Data analysis. So this is the phenomena is actually where we have to use all the concepts of descriptive statistic, because whenever we are understanding the data, we are actually will be using descriptive statistics measures. Now here what will be happening, the data, from the data you are understanding some pattern, in the sense you are actually drawing some insights. Means when the data is being collected, the data is actually not the information, it's actually the raw data. Until and unless you are performing some analytical task, whenever you are doing some analysis, your data will be what? Meaningful insights, or you can say it's converting into information. Okay, so it's now what? Meaningful insights, some insights is there, some information, some good information is there. Okay, means the finance, if we talk about finance, if we go like if we think that we have, let's suppose we have the past 5 years data about your company. Okay, so whenever we are doing some thorough analysis of the data, we will be seeing what's the company health, it's going in the upward trend or the downward trend, what's the future of the data, we can easily can understand from the past health of the data, by understanding, by analyzing the past income or past expenses, everything, right? So until and unless we are doing some meaningful like analysis, the data is just a raw data, there is no such meaning until and unless we are doing some statistical descriptive statistics measures. We are actually going to use in EDA, you will be seeing we are going to apply this descriptive statistics measures. Now talk about the decisions, like uncertainty. You know, uncertainty, it is there to take some decisions, how much your machine is confident about you, about the future, how much it is confident, because it's a, there is probability concept is there, and probability is a main root of statistics. So where probability is used in statistics, that part is actually considered as inferential statistics, and this is very very important for the data science also. Data science here data science in the sense inferential statistics is mostly used not in data analysis but for machine learning, deep learning, generative AI. Everywhere this where everywhere where machine have to take some decisions means inferential statistics has to be used. So here, for making some prediction, making some future prediction, making some future prediction, or doing some, giving some decisions, okay, giving some decisions, there actually inferential statistics is used. So in the next video we will be starting with descriptive statistics. After finishing descriptive statistics we will be moving for inferential statistics, and each and everything we will be doing not only with theoretical aspect, mathematical and Python implementation. Each and everything will be there. So stay tuned, and if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the chat or in the comment. Fine. So this is all about today's goal. We already have completed. So what we have learned today: statistics, why it is there in the data science, what is statistics? It's a science about data collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting the data, right? So now statistics in data science, we already have used it in two ways: one for understanding the pattern about the data, and one is for making the decisions. Now in two ways we are actually classifying statistics. One is descriptive, and another one is inferential statistics. So this is all about today. So we are completing here, and if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment. So see you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you. Thanks for watching.